Yes, good day, everybody. This is Jack Napier, and today I'm talking to Stefan Clinkscales. Stefan, how you doing?
I'm doing good, brother. How we doing today?
We are doing fine. Now, Stefan and I met a while ago on a live stream from Avi Kingdom, and the first thing that struck me that one, this man was jacked and tanned and juicy as fuck, and the second, he wore a Dragon Ball Z t-shirt. So we already had enough in common to do a little live chat. Stefan, how did you start, or when did you start with lifting, and why?
I started at the age of 12. I started doing a lot of calisthenics, a lot of pull-ups, a lot of push-ups, a lot of dips. In my bedroom, I was doing the shit. Simply because I was getting bullied, man. I was tired of getting bullied and shit. So, I wanted to put on some muscle mass. Started playing football at 12, and I played quarterback. And one day said, "Steph, you need to get bigger." So, I started working out every day. So
Mhm.
that was the motivation. To start working out. I started at the age of 12.
And just with calisthenics and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and it evolved into the free weights.
Yep. I started doing free weights at 16. So, like my junior year in high school, I started doing free weights.
Damn. And how was the transition from calisthenics to free weights? Because mostly people, it's not necessarily a dislike, but it takes some getting used to.
Yeah. Because I was a strength athlete first because I played football. So we was doing a
Hmm.
lot of, deadlifts, squats, bench press. So that was like primarily on my lifts. And then I was on the athletic side with like doing sprints with the band pulling me and stuff. So like it was new to me, but they used to always say, "Man, you'll get bigger doing weights. Man, you'll get bigger, Steph." So I just started. I remember like when I was 16, I used to do barbell curls every day. Because I wanted big biceps. You know what I'm saying? So
Everybody wants big biceps.
exactly.
It's funny actually because now we're in the end of March, and you can, if you even didn't know what month it was, you could realize by the guys who come into the gym that summer is near, because all the fuck boys come back and do bicep curls and crunches, and they come in with muffin tops, and you're like, oh god, why? Why are you doing this? Why are you wasting my precious space with your
Right,
incompetence?
right, right. Facts, facts, man.
And the bullying, did it actually stop, or was there? Did you need more for that?
Oh, that shit stopped, bro. That stopped, bro. Like 2 years, like my freshman year of high school, going to sophomore year, bro. That stopped
Hmm.
completely. The
And
bullying stopped.
was it the transition of schools, or more that you became more confident and too big to pick on?
Yeah, more confident, too good to pick on. Even though I'm short, I'm like 5'8", 5'9". Even though I'm on the shorter side, but I still had a big frame, small joints. So my frame like stood out to people, and I guess I was intimidated. I was more confident in myself. I always, I have no filter. Like if y'all follow me on Instagram, like I do Herbalife, so it's a multi-level marketing business. I do that full time, and I do my online coaching and training full time, and I do my RedPill consultations full time. So, in Herbalife they say, don't curse, don't be nice, but like I'm me. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I'm me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a curse. If you my homie, I'm gonna tell you, bro, your breath stink, or bro, you getting skinny as hell. You need to work on this. You know what I'm saying? And that boosted my confidence, and that made people not mess with me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely. I truly know what you're saying, because I'm a lot like that myself. And it's funny that you should mention the bullying thing, but just be nice and things like that. I don't know how it is in the States, but where I'm from, they teach children to, when they're bullied, go to the teacher and don't fight back and just tell them to stop, and never come, never be confident and stand up for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
However, I'm of the opinion, and I hope one day to have children. I'm very honest in that, but try to find a woman who you want to be the mother of your children. That's a whole different story. But if they get picked on, I'll just tell them, you give them a goddamn right hook.
Yeah, yeah, most definitely. I would tell my son that too. Like, you got to understand, we are programmed to praise her. So when we praise her, everything is about her in society. What do I mean by her? The gynocentric. Be nice, turn the left cheek, and apologize. Like, fuck that. Fuck that. If somebody puts your hands on you, you put their hand. Like, even if a woman hits you, I never condone hitting a woman, but I do condone disabling a woman. So putting them in a hold until the police come, and then record it. Or if they trying to stab you or something, put them in a locker or something to the point they can't breathe, and you tell them they're gonna tap out. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, man. You know what I'm saying?
But that's just normal self-defense. And the weird thing is that it's a good thing you mentioned it. It's so effeminate. They teach boys to handle their fights in a feminine way, which is absolute horseshit, because what you're getting now is these middle-aged men who can't even stand up to their wives, which is absolute nonsense because, well, how much is it? Like 50 to 60% more upper body strength. The bell curve on intelligence is, well, more on our side. Not to call women stupid, but most men are smarter.
Right.
Yet they are so afraid because of their femme-centric programming of turning the other cheek and just be nice. And it's such a disaster. And I truly think that teaching young boys to stand up for themselves when it comes to bullying is one step towards fixing this problem we're facing right now. But since 90% of teachers are female, I'm not seeing that happening very soon.
That ain't gonna happen at all, man.
How are you on that spectrum? Like, we're both very red pill aware, but are you more of an enjoying the decline guy, or are you somebody who's still willing to fight for the great purpose?
Am I willing to fight for a greater purpose, you saying?
Yeah, more like it can be turned back.
No,
there's still hope.
No, ain't no fuck that. Ain't no hope. Nah. I mean, sooner or later, the red pill is going to be. This is what's going to happen in about 5 years. They're going to interview Rollo Tomasi because he's damn near the godfather of the red pill.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to interview Rollo. Rollo's going to expose it, and then they're going to make it illegal. So then they're going to take it off YouTube. Then they might start killing us. They might start coming for us. You know what I'm saying? They might pay Rollo 5, 6, 10 million to shut his mouth, and he might say, fuck that, like they did the Mental community. And they said the Mental's a bunch of incels, and that was a bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So I in my high opinion, I always believe gynocentrism and the government who pleads to gynocracy will always win over masculinity any day. I feel like the only way us masculine men can win in this gender war is if everyone becomes red pill aware and everyone wants to apply it to their lives. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way I believe it'll work. Our president included, mm-hmm. our government included, but they benefit from the gynocracy.
Oh, absolutely. I absolutely agree. And this is what Ryan Stone mentions as well. Like the Gillette commercial and things like that.
Right.
A lot of people forget that the market is being determined mostly by women. Like 80% of all buyers are women. So you're not going to win that. And I like the way you just put it, like, we can only solve this with everybody becoming red pill. Or on the individual level, because that's never going to happen. The government's never going to allow that because, well, libertarianism is actually a, well, standard deviation when being red pill. You just don't want anybody to rule over you.
Right.
But the best way I think a man can handle this, like, we want to red pill our friends and things like that, but the best available option is save yourself first. Lead by example. And those who want to be saved will follow your example. And that is actually the only way to really do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the only way. Because I did the math. on you know how many red pill men there are, like really walking the walk and talking the damn talk.
Mm-hmm.
If I can guess, maybe 100,000 of us, bro. Legit,
Right.
legit, because Rollo got maybe what 50,000 subs. Then you got Richie Cooper, 500,000 subs. All his subs ain't red pill. Then you got the Black Manosphere with ARC, Ivy Kingdom, Ron Wills. It's about 20,000, 30,000 of us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's 100,000 right there. Versus 8.7 billion people in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just we outnumbered, even though we still superheroes to an extent because we see things they don't see.
True.
But it's like we can only help ourselves and save ourselves first, and then lead by example, like you said.
Yeah, it's like what's that old saying again? Share thy cup when thy cup overfloweth. However, you can't share a cup that isn't taken. You know what I mean? Because I've given friends posts by Rolo or even Dalrock, Christian friends of mine. I gave them Dalrock because Dalrock is not that well. It's more accessible. It's not that hardcore, if by lack of better term. And they read it once and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's got some good things to say," but they don't continue reading it. They don't really act out the information that's in there. They just stay in their little bubbles, little easy lives, the path of least resistance.
Because it's
And
easy.
yeah, and I think that is one of the core red pill principles, or at least a characteristic of men who are red pill. They take the road of the most resistance. I mean, are you financially independent? Are you your own man yet?
Yes, I am.
I'm working very hard on it right now, but you can't you cannot not do it when you're red pill, because every day you have to go to your 9 to 5. You just get sick and tired of the normies. I'm
Sick and
calling it
tired?
normie world right now, actually,
You sick and
because
tired of it?
uh,
Sick
I'm
and tired
working
of it.
very hard. Working very hard on the channel right now. Like my 9 to 5 is my motivation for this channel. Like, get out. And I have so much knowledge to share with other men. But when you get to your 9 to 5 and you see it around you, all the lazy fat people who are being celebrated for being lazy and fat, and me as a man who works on himself is being shamed for working on himself. Okay, look, now I know it's shit test and I know it comes from envy, but the world is just completely upside down.
Of course. They will praise you for working a 9 to 5 that you fucking hate. They will literally praise you, bro. Literally, my homie made a status saying that he got the job. He got over 300 likes, Jack. 300 likes. But if you make a status talking about I open my own business or I'm an entrepreneur, don't nobody give a fuck. Don't
True.
nobody care.
You know what you'll get? You'll get a, are you sure this is going to work? That's what you're getting. You get doubt.
What's your backup
That's it.
plan? You know what I'm saying? What's
Yeah.
your backup plan? What did you go to school? No support. And you good. Like, see, that's a whole different topic. We can't even like, bro, the black community, bro. Bro, the black community, bro. I'm just gonna keep it real with you, fam. Black community ain't gonna support you like that. Not unless they really rocking with you. A
Mhm.
a, a white person, a person from bro, you know I got business partners in Ireland right now who support the business, who do the business with me, but people, my own friends that I grew up with, that I can help show them how to make an extra $3,000, $2,000 a month. They don't want to do it.
Because it's too hard.
It's too hard. People would rather wake up, go to work, pay their bills, have fun on the weekend, and do that same shit all over again.
Yeah, and this is a good way to bring back weightlifting, because I started to notice now that I'm starting all of this. uh, bit by bit, I get some Patreons, I get more subscribers, I get my followers on Twitter. But every time, because there are still moments, I feel doubt. I think to myself, am I doing the right thing? Why am I really doing this? Shouldn't I just quit? Are there people actually listening to what I have to say? But then I remember how bad I wanted to squat 225 for reps. And I remember that I had that same feeling back then with squats that I have right now in business. How did weightlifting transfer for you to your business, Stefan?
Man, a hell of a ton. A hell of a ton. When business is slow and you got to dig deep and fight it, when that 315 on your back and you got 5 more in the tank and your legs is fucking burning, what the fuck you gonna do? You better dig deep and fight it. I got the video on my YouTube channel when I was squatting 315 for 12 for 6 sets.
Jesus
The
Christ.
last set, like, that wasn't the first squat exercise. It was like 4 exercises previous to the barbell squat. But I had to dig deep and fight it. I have slow months in my business. But what I'm gonna do? Go back to the plantation. No offense to the people who work a job, but go back to a job who can fire. Bro, the job can fire me for no reason.
True.
What I'm gonna do? But my purpose, the red pill community, my physique, me lifting them heavy ass fucking weights, that can't fire me. That puts stress in my body and my mind so I could be prepared for the stress in the business world. Just like when I'm taking cold showers and I'm panicking and I'm working on my anxiety and I'm breathing, that's helping me with the business world and the weightlifting, so I can control the heavy weight, so I can control the hard times, so I can control when I can't pay this bill, so I can control when I just got to do chicken and rice and I can't go out this week. That's what people don't. That's what people don't want to go through, bro.
No, absolutely true. It's like we just said. Another example with people who want to lose weight and get jacked. Now, I'm gonna say something that's not very popular, but getting jacked is not that hard when you have the patience.
Yep.
Seriously, within 6 months, depending on your weight, but if you're not extremely obese or anything, within 6 months, maybe a year, you can get a decent, ripped body.
Facts.
But you know what the difference is between you, me, and them? You and I have had the patience to do it. We had the determination and we had the strength to put off some food to achieve our goal. And them, they won't even last a week.
Nope,
like,
not,
oh, my muscles
even
hurt
4
after
days.
one time training. Yes, that's supposed to happen after the first time. You evolve. Your muscles adapt to the resistance. That's why you have to continue. Oh, but I don't want to continue. It hurts.
It's excuses, bro. Like everybody wanna have a big ass back and a nice wallet or this type of girl, but don't nobody want to self improve. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want to wake up at 4:30 in the morning before they gotta go to that job they hate to go put in the work.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody want to go party on the weekend and go eat some bullshit instead of look at their stomach and complain why they ain't ripped or why they back not bigger, why they traps not hugging. They steady complaining. That's on you. You know what I'm saying? That's on you. Only you can change your life, man.
Absolutely like that. And as it is with strength training, you have to start and continue. The same thing with us. We had to start a YouTube channel. We had to start to create a Twitter. We had to start to ask, like, comment, and subscribe, which you should do to this video, by the way. That's a selfless plug. But you have to keep going, even though you doubt yourself, even though it hurts, even though you don't feel comfortable asking people to like your material. But people have to realize there goes a lot of time into this. Like, it's past midnight where you are right now, isn't it?
No, it's 12 p.m.
PM. Apologies. In the afternoon.
Yeah. But it's fine,
My
man.
bad.
Like I forgot. I thought you said 5:30. Y'all finna train legs, and then I seen another. I'm like, oh snap! I gotta tell my client she gotta hurry up because I gotta get to business. You know, this is business, man. You know.
Very thankful you say that. And again, as with business, you have to start somewhere, and people will hate you for it. That's why I don't use my face now, by the way, because I have associates who, when they will find out it's me, they'll just shame me for it.
Yeah, don't use your face until you're independent, bro.
Yeah, when I have when I have how much 100 patrons, then I'm going to show my face because I have a very sexy mug, by the way. So I'm not afraid to show it. The only reason I'm afraid to show it is that people won't watch because they're confronted by the mere fact they're not as handsome as I am.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the only reason.
Makes sense.
Ah, God, yes.
Makes sense, man. Yeah, man. Like self-improvement, man, and living and working out, that helps me with stress in my business. That helps me with, like January, February was probably one of the best months I had in my business, man. Most amount of money. Yeah. January, February. This month is going good for business. Like most amount of money I ever made, bro, in my entire life.
Damn.
In 1 month. Like me working a job. This is the most amount of money I ever made in my life, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I started when I was 17. I knew that I'm not going to college. So let me go to trade school and get my forklift certification. So I have something on my back just in case something happened. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But the warehouse job fired me when I moved down here. So all I had was personal training. Then I found the RedPill. So now I got a RedPill community. Bro, I got people asking me for consultations, and I don't even want to, like, charge people for that. But if I'm getting 10 people hitting me up, hey, bro, I need to talk to you. How much you charge? I got to put that on my website as well.
True.
So
you do have consultations on your website already, or did you first get the requests?
I got the request. I didn't even put the, because, I came to YouTube to push my personal training business. Mm-hmm. That's the only reason I came to YouTube, for RedPill motivation and personal training business. But since I know game and I know women a lot, man, I had 3 consultations 2 days ago, and I could have earned income off of it. But I ain't coming here to charge you. But if I'm good at this shit, if you're good at something, you can't do it for free. So I'm gonna definitely put the consult. I'm gonna hit up my brother. He do my website stuff for me. I'll hit up my twin brother, and then he'll do it for me. He put the consultations on there for me.
Yeah, well, as my namesake used to say, if you're good at something, never do it for free.
Yeah.
For people who get the reference. You know what I also hate about a job, by the way? Funny fact. The guy who's in charge of you, like 99% of the time, if you lift, you can kick his ass.
Yep.
So you have to take orders from a guy who you could break in half.
Yep. I tell you what happened.
Absolutely.
I tell you a quick story, bro. I was working at this place called Arrow Steel. It was a steel warehouse. It was real good money, bro. It was like $17 an hour. I don't know what that is in euros, but pretty good money, bro, for a 19-year-old, bro. I was living on my own. I was making good money. He used to always talk about me. Oh, you eating this nasty fish. You think you all that. You think you big. Mm-hmm. And 2 weeks later, man, because I was working third shift, so I was working from 10 to 6:30. And I worked a double that night, man. So I took a nap in my car for my break. I took a 25-minute nap because our breaks is 30 minutes. I came back in, and he said, man, where you been? I said, man, I've been sleeping in my car, man. I'm back on time. He said, okay, tell me why. He was telling everybody I was gone for 50 minutes. And in the very next day, Jack, I got fired.
Jesus Christ.
Very next day, I got fired. HR called me. They said, Stefan, they said you slept in your car for 45 minutes. I'm like, what? I ain't sleep in my car for 45 minutes. Well, we're going to let you go. And ever since then, I was like, dude, ain't no such thing as job security.
Nope. Because you have to deal with people.
Yep.
And people are envious. People are envious, jealous creatures. And as soon as you stick your head above the crowd, people will try to take it off.
Oh yeah. No
matter what means, they'll do it.
No doubt, bro. Facts.
Harsh facts, but that's what the red pill is for. Actually, how did you find the red pill? Actually, because as I understand it correctly, you've been a personal trainer before all this.
Yeah, before, yeah. Well, red pill is basically just having awareness. So I was red pill at 15.
Damn.
So I knew about the secret societies. I knew about college scams and religion, and I knew about that everybody was just a paycheck away from being homeless, and I knew about just things about secret societies, Illuminati, fallen angels, all this deep stuff, right? So that I was red pilled at 15, and as far as like the female nature side, 18 years old. So I've been really been like female nature red pill 3 years, but overall 7 years.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's one hell of a time, especially at 15, 18.
15, 18, bro. I was the other man, and I promised myself I'd never sleep with another wife because that's just out of order. You ain't supposed to do that. But I was the other man 3-4 times. That's why I can talk about this stuff. Like, I'm young, but I experienced like hypergamy on both sides. You know what I'm saying? I experienced hypergamy on both sides. I
Me
actually
too.
got out of a situation, which I don't want to take up too much of your time, about the sexual imprint of a woman, and we could talk about that offline, and we could talk about that another day. But yeah, man, I've been red pill for a while.
And did that change your way in business a lot?
Oh, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. I could see. My mentor is very blue pill. He's very guy. He's very gynocentric. He's very pushy towards women, meaning he would like a woman's picture, but he won't like my shit. Before I joined the business, he used to always like my shit. He used to always praise me. But since I came into business, I guess I got a better physique. I'm more good looking. Even though he's 6'5", I'm 5'9". I'm better good looking. So it's like, let me ease off of him. Let me talk shit about him. So when you red pill, you can understand that. You know what I'm saying? So that helped me navigate around here. That helped me not say certain things. It helped me navigate around women so I could bring women in my business. It helped me build my mentor's red pill. So that helps me. He's a flat earther. He's red pill. So he make like 80,000 a month, bro. So it's like me and him talk more than the person that put me in the business. You know what I'm saying? So I can't fuck with blue pill dudes, Jack. I just can't.
Nobody can when you're red pill.
I just can't. Like I'll work out with you. Other than that, bro, I can't talk to you, G.
It's true, but it's hard.
It's hard, bro.
Because every time they open their mouth, you just want to punch them so fucking hard.
Yep. So
and it's not their fault. It's not their fault. I mean, 2 Redman groups ago, they talked about borderline personality, and what's his name again? Steve the Dean Williams.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ, what a man! What a man! Yeah. He put it in such good ways, where it was like, you let your women treat you like this. But Rolo had a good point, and I mentioned that in the chat as well. Like, we can blame these guys for all their betaness, but they're programmed this way. They're raised with like being obedient little men who are afraid of their wives. But as soon as they realize that they actually have the upper strength, it just all turns to shit. But once you're a red pill man and you talk to a guy who's still plugged in, it's not necessarily the guy who you're angry at, but more his way of thinking. You just want to release him from his pain, so to speak.
Yes. I released my twin brother, thank God. Very famous Twitch streamer, You know, he's an independent man as well. He's back at home helping my mom. You know what I'm saying? But he was blue pill. He was about to fall in love, and I said, whoa, don't you do that there. And I told him to read the I encourage every man who want to turn red pill, read The Rational Male first before you read any other book. Before you read The Feminist Lie, before you read The Manipulated Man, before you read What Do Women Want, because you got to understand female nature first before you understand everything else in the red pill as far as like female stuff. Y'all got to understand level 1 red pill is female nature first, understanding the female nature. Then level 2 is dissecting it. But if you can't understand it, you can't dissect it. You know what I'm saying? So
True.
So, you know, in business, man, the red pill helped me a lot. It helped me from like getting arguments, from closing in on deals, from being more direct. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the red pill helped a lot, man. You know, I told myself, my mentor was talking to me. He said, some of y'all are just too woke. And I told him, I said, bro, he said, y'all just too woke to make extra money. I said, bro, I make $20,000 a month being too woke to make $100,000 a month and be a blue pill slave. Facts.
True.
That's just me.
To be very honest, I'd rather make $20 a month and be red pill than making $1 million a month and be blue pill.
Facts. Facts.
That may be a harsh thing to say, but I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
To get all biblical up in this bitch.
Yeah. Because, but guys, whoever's listening, I don't know who's listening, but guys, you have to understand, man. Like, I'm 21. I helped save 2 lives this past week.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's a fucking honor. Did you know that if I was blue pill, I probably would have killed myself or killed my wife? Because I'm not understanding why she's doing what she's doing, and everybody around you is giving you fucked up advice of why she's doing what she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, she doesn't love you. See, we ain't gonna get too deep, Jack. We ain't gonna get
No. Like the simple phrasing of that is, she doesn't love you for who you are. She loves you for what you are.
Mm-hmm.
Men are the true romantics. Men love idealistically, and women love opportunistically. And Stefan, on that note, I want to cue the music for the live stream. We'll chat a bit afterwards. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram, Steph is Code. You can also find me on YouTube, Steph is Code. And you can also go to my website, stephiscode.com.
Guys, you've heard the man. This was a very nice chat to have. Look out for Stefan on YouTube, Instagram, and his website. And I will talk to you soon. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And visit my Patreon for $10 a month to get access to all the extra content I'm putting out. I'm creating my ebook right now. There's a couple of chapters on Patreon already. So if you're interested in that, go to the link below, and I'll see you soon.